A number of our students seem uncertain of the words of our alma mater song, The Purple and Gold. Teachers are advised to go over the wording with our students. Singing our alma mater with the right and proper feeling should foster and encourage a more appropriate school spirit and public image. The words of the first stanza are as follows. Ye loyal sons and daughters, whose hearts will ne'er grow old, as long as ye are true to the purple and gold. Thank you.
Maybe that will solve everything. If they're going to sing the alma mater, sing it correctly. Oh, look at that. What? Suggestion box. Miss Barrett has installed a suggestion box.
Oh, she is asking for it.
It's almost the end of the term. Why is she trying to innovate now?
Because she can't wait. She's a masochist. It's a high school teacher's suggestion box.
Teachers are always saying what's wrong with us. What about the other way around? I wish they all had suggestion boxes. Boy, would I like to tell them off. But you're okay, Miss Barrett. For a teacher, you say we gotta have the courage of our convictions and sign our name. But we don't have to, so I'm not.
Not enough boys. Too many girls. But that's not your fault. Also, some schools, they have dancing in the cafeteria and put on different things. Why not? You only live once. Linda Rose.
Abolish prejudice. Abolish Miss Friedenberg's interviews. They make me sick. Like when she asked if I was ashamed where I lived. Edward Williams, Esquire.
I don't like the way you dress. Too loud for a teacher, you should really tone it down. Also, you're a really low grader. Signed, your enemy.
Teachers are ruining America. This is the last time I'm ready. Signed, the Hawk.
You seem to be a very understandable person. By that I mean you understand us not being so old yourself. Too bad you're a teacher and pretty like my sister. I wish you were a plain person. Then we could be close. Vivian Payne.
The way you read is too emoting. And you have pets like Joe Ferroni. She's gotta be your pet. She gives you so much trouble. Signed, neglected.
You're a good teacher, except for the rotten books you have to teach like the Odyssey. I would give it to a dog to read. Signed, disgusted.
Is it okay if I start collecting money from the homeroom kids to send flower salads to Blake in the hospital? The thing is, we always used to sit in front of each other. Carol wants it.
On Mondays, what do you think we are? Orders? Signed, Mark Anthony.
It is my considered opinion that you are very well qualified. No matter how boring the lesson, you always make it interesting. I suggest you continue the good work. Harry A. K.
Clean up the slums before you go to Mars, and stop the bomb before it's too late. As far as school, without us, there could be no school. And no futures. Signed, Lou Martin.
Please tell Lou Martin to quit showing off. He thinks he's so funny. Well, I don't. Signed, serious student.
Don't worry, Miss Barrett. We're behind you 65%.
Thank you for showing me that there's nothing more important than communication. But with so many other students, I feel we are both wasted. Elizabeth Ellis.
I'm not a very good penman, but I must tell someone. I'd like someone to know. I'm putting this in the suggestion box. For the record, today is my birthday. Happy birthday. Signed, me.
Something brilliant again?
Parody of Ezra Pound Many Cantos, which I had planned to lay at the feet of our dedicated colleague. Sylvia back at school today?
Yes.
Where'd she go yesterday?
I haven't spoken to her.
I need to fill it. How would you handle a love letter from a student?
I have no idea.
Is Sylvia back yet? I have a question about Alice Blake. She's listed in her official class
What's the problem?
an overdue book. She owes the library 49 cents. The Idols of the King, Alfred Lord Tennyson.
You could always send a posse to the hospital.
Okay, look, I feel like a monster, but this is a matter of record. And not the first time. I used to have to warn her constantly about overdue books.
Doesn't that get you a little excited that suggestion gets to read?
You sound like Sylvia. Yeah, I used to get excited, but with no help, no books, and constant demands, all I really care about is for some shred of a library to survive.
Right now you need 49 cents.
Right now, I'm trying to maintain the rules that I didn't make. But if paying the 49 cents would make you feel better,
I
Paul.
wish it were that easy.
I remember what you said in the teacher's lounge. Getting involved does them no good. Suave qui peut. Think only of yourself. Amused detachment. You said that's the only way to remain intact.
I don't think it is possible to teach and stay intact.
Make up your mind.
As Ella Greenberg would say, I have a problem.
But you're working on it.
I don't really care about maintaining my views attachments.
Come off it, Paul.
I'm going to parody for you, Gray's Elegy. The school bell tolls the knell of starting day. Ah, do not ask for whom it tolls. I see the students stairward push their screaming way. I know, alas, it tolls for thee and me.
That's very clever.
My brother's here. Also very clever. I didn't see you yesterday. What did you tell us? How'd you back?
I think he's more upset than he shows. Perhaps. I couldn't even talk when I was late. She's not having visitors.
Miss Barrett, why have you neglected to turn in your attendance today?
Because Linda Rosen wore a pink sweater and fuchsia stretch pants to school today. She was seen by Mr. McCabe, who asked her to cool her heels in his office. She was also seen by the boys in my homeroom, who migrated en masse to her vicinity. I'll take attendance later, unless they have followed her into the sea like lemmings and are all drowned.
I'll tell Mr. McCabe.
She had only one thing to say about Alice's accident. Please turn in before 3 locker assignment and book receipts. Mr. McCabe tells us to keep students in seats and maintain our public image, while Dr. Clark tells us to remember our responsibility in a democracy. What else can they say? I don't know, some indication they care about the girl. Are we supposed to be uninvolved?
There's nothing we could have done for Alice. She was having a very tough time outside.
How do you know?
Well, once she came back to me beaten black and blue.
Beaten? What did you do?
Gave her a cup of tea.
Tea? Why tea?
Well, what else could I do? I know more here than anyone else about what goes on outside. Disease, poverty, malnutrition, and yet I can't even give them a Band-Aid.
But that's...
Isn't it? I used to plead, beg, bang on my desk, talk myself hoarse, argue with parents, kids, teachers, welfare administration, social agencies, and nobody even heard me. So I'd give them a cup of tea.
But you're a nurse.
Have you read the directive posted on my wall? School nurse may not touch wounds, give medicine, remove foreign particles from the eye, and so on and so on.
I didn't realize...
So I give them a cup of tea and I pass around notes. Poor nutrition is frequently the cause of poor grades. I don't know if anyone pays the slightest of attention, but that's it for me. That's what I can do.
None of us is God. I mean, none of this is our fault. Except perhaps for teaching. Are we teaching? Is anything getting through, or are we just talking to ourselves? You were missed yesterday. I had to go rescue your substitute. Your kids were turning her into a nervous wreck. Why would they do that? Misguided loyalty to me. You wouldn't believe the lesson anyway. She was having them turn great poems into newspaper article headlines, such as Midnight Rider warns of foe. Seaman guilty of shooting bird. Wife tells all in Portuguese love letters. Not bad. Man warns of talking raven. Maybe I should stay away. Where were you? I have a feeling my end of term rating is going to be a big fat U. No one is rated unsatisfactory unless certifiably insane.
That's not entirely true, Mrs. Shopper. But regarding your requisition, Miss Barrett, we are all out of erasers, all out of red pencils. Our order for window polls was sent to the board last spring. We have to be patient. There's been an epidemic of marker stealing. Please keep markers under lock except when in use. However, we do have some leftover posters. Black on white, knowledge is power, and yellow on green, learning equals earning.
Mr. McCabe, what I really need...
We have to be patient. One thing more. A frivolous attitude and levity of tone towards attendance taking are unsuitable to the highest seriousness of our profession.
I'll try to cut down on the levity, Mr. McCabe. Have you had a chance yet to review Joe Ferroni's examination paper?
Of course. So did Mr. Bester.
I've been waiting to hear. I dare say so has Joe Ferroni.
Her grade was an 86.
Any evidence of cheating?
You would have heard.
No evidence of cheating.
That's right.
Shouldn't something have been said, if not to me, at least to Joe Ferroni?
Why?
I'm hoping she'll stay in school.
She should not have been let out unescorted. She knew that, and you knew that. The fact that she didn't cheat.
Should be noted.
To what purpose?
No one likes to feel unsatisfactory.
If you're concerned about getting a U,
I'm concerned about so many things, Mr. McCabe.
and you think you can handle the Joe Ferronis, you try running the school for one day, you'll have a riot in every room.
All I'm asking, some strong things were said. Now we know that Joe Ferroni did well, and it was entirely on her own.
This time.
I'd like there to be a next time.
We'll always have more than we can handle. We have to be realistic. You weren't here yesterday.
I spent the day at Willowdale Academy, interviewing for a possible January job.
I see.
I was being realistic.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Upset him.
McCabe?
And he's upset.
Not McCabe. No.
Sylvia, I don't find him inspirational either, but you have to remember his student load is 3,000. It's such a different world at Willowdale.
I mean, nobody shouts, I teach!
I mean, I only have 3 classes a day. 3 days a week, the other 2 days were conferences. I might even give a seminar on Chaucer.
That's what you want.
I want to practice my profession. That's all. I want to be like Chaucer's Clerk of Oxford. Gladly would he learn and gladly teach.
Why do you think your students gave the substitute a hard time yesterday?
Ask McCabe.
Ask yourself. I have to go.
Anything else happened here while I was gone? Life was happening here.
Don't worry, Miss Barrett. We're behind you 85%.
My mom has been living with me for 16 years, and she still insists on cross-examining. Please speak to her, Linda Rosen.
I know school's supposed to help me with life, but so far it didn't. I'm Rusty.
Tell us more about your own life. It makes you seem very human. The thing is, I'm only miserable at home and never in English. That's why I have this ambition to be an English teacher. Your friend, Vivian.
Teachers give tests for spite and to get even. You said we should sign our name? Signed, Anonymous.
What are you calling me to answer? Don't call on me when I don't know the answer. It makes me look dumb. You always call on everybody else when they know the answer. Edward Williams, Esquire.
You have one of the best sense of humor I've ever met. You make the lessons laughable. Carol. Thank you for showing me that writing clearly means thinking clearly. Elizabeth.
Will you marry me? This is positively the last time I'm rated. Signed, The Hog.
I enjoy the way your tone of voice makes poetry sound, in changing it to sadness or happiness, depending on the poem. I went to the school library to look for more Robert Frost, but it was closed. Charles.
You never call on me, and when you do, it's seldom. Joe.
I wish to commend you for taking an interest in mine and the class as a whole's grammar. Harry A. Kagan.
Cafeteria lunches are lousy. Your enemy.
I'm nobody special, so nobody knows me. But maybe if I drop out and get a job, I'll be somebody with a job. Sign me.
Give me one good reason why I should stay in school. Signed, Joe Ferroni. I can give you many good reasons, Joe.
To take what McCabe dishes out.
Joe, please stay up and talk about
What's in
this.
it for you?
I'm beginning to wonder. For now, let's just say it's my job.
If I'd have known you better, you'd even convince me. Save it for the shoot.
Joe, our talk.
Miss Barrett,
Paul,
I'm slipping this into your suggestion box as the most complete place to grab your attention.
you got it.
The room you're leaving at the end of the term. Why on earth?
Let's just say I couldn't find the proper response to hi, teach.
I wish you would reconsider.
Why?
Because if you leave, where else am I supposed to get such brutally honest literary criticism?
Are you sure you want criticism?
No, but just the same, you're needed here. You're our catalyst, spokesman, infighter. And besides, you laugh good, like an English teacher should. I'm not saying this just to get a higher grade. Signed, Paul.
Paul invited me to an end of the term party, but I just couldn't go.
I mean, how could I celebrate with a man who corrects a love letter?
You're leaving for Willowdale anyway, so what's the difference?
The term ends this week. There was so much more I wanted to do. Like, talk to that Ferroni girl and turn her into a model student? It's not a question of model student. I wouldn't want her to be that. I suppose Harry Kane is a model student. He's also a stuffed shirt. There's so much more to Ferroni, but I can't seem to make any difference to her, and that's why I want to teach. That's probably the one and only compensation to make a permanent difference in the life of a child. You mentioned in your first email a girl who says that she's better off out, but as far as that school's concerned, maybe you're better off out.
Miss Barrett, I'd like to speak to you.
I can't finish now, but I'll write later. Don't forget. Yes, Mr. Buster.
I have some unofficial comments on your teaching. Not those that appear on my formal observation report.
I see.
The lesson I observed was an interesting one. Was there a particular reason for choosing Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken?
I wanted to lead the students in a discussion of blazing a trail versus conformity and the regret inherent in any decision.
Certainly apropos.
Mr. Buster?
My comments follow. Ask your questions first, then call on the students by name, thus to engage the entire class in thinking. Avoid loaded or vague questions, such as, how do we feel about this poem? Vague. Do we regret what we haven't done? Obviously, the teacher expects yes.
I see.
The boy sitting next to me, he was doing his math homework. A teacher should move about the room. Immediate correction of English was affected, however, he missed. He should have took the road. This here road, and he couldn't make up his mind.
Couldn't.
I like the way you handled the hostile girl who came in late. The one with the toothpick in her mouth. You made it seem as if the entire class had missed her contribution. However, you should have made her remove the toothpick.
I've been fighting a losing battle with that toothpick.
Well, win it. And don't let a couple students monopolize the conversation. Call on the non-volunteers. I'm not sure you're putting your energy where it's needed.
Sorry?
The cream will rise to the top anyways. Where our help is needed, Miss Barrett, is with the skim milk.
I appreciate your criticism, Mr. Buster.
The lesson I observed was a fruitful discussion of choice. What concerns me is your choice, but I see you have a class. The report will follow.
Before we get to Macbeth, I have a piece of creative writing. I saw him scuttling like a crook, making his fearful way stealthy among the dirty dishes crusted with grease, bringing food to his secret summons behind the drain board. How fearful were his helmet. So I kill him! Miss Barrett, is it clear I'm writing about a cockroach?
Crystal! But the subject is Macbeth.
You start to stifle me too.
I'd like to hear from some others. Who's read the... Harry! I've been waiting all term for you to raise your hand. What's your question?
Do you wear contact lenses?
Only when I read Macbeth. Have you read the scene for today?
Not all the way, I mean, you already know who did it.
Let's start at the beginning.
Right! The way The title is called Macbeth.
The title is?
Macbeth.
Didn't you read this last term in English?
I ain't never read it before.
I've never read it.
Me neither. This book depicts this murder.
We were discussing the theme, not the plot. What's the difference? Linda!
The plot is what they do. The theme is how.
Not quite. Vivian. The theme is what's behind it. Behind what? The plot.
Mrs. Macbeth neuges him.
You mean nudges?
Neuges, being a woman, she spurns him on.
Edward Williams, Esquire.
Esquire?
The theme is, he kills him for his own good.
Jose.
Me?
Yes, you. Well, Jose.
I didn't have my hand up.
But I'm calling on you.
Why me, Miss Barrett?
Have you read the scene, Jose?
Yes, but
What would you say the theme is?
I didn't volunteer. My hand wasn't raised.
We'd like your opinion.
If you ask me,
Not
I
this time, Harry.
If you want the theme, in my
I've
opinion.
asked Jose. Jose?
The author tries to say...
Tries? Doesn't he succeed?
He tries to show...
He shows.
He shows you mustn't be ambitious.
Does he say ambition is bad?
Yes, Harry.
Jose?
Yes. but not too.
Not too what?
Too ambitious is not so good.
You mean excessive ambition?
Can lead to big trouble. That's the theme.
That's right. You're right, Jose.
I was right?
Yes.
I got the theme correct, right?
Yes, I should call on you more often.
Why not? Why not?
Saved by the bell.
Anytime I hear something to say the bell,
Don't knock it. Anytime you need to know about themes.
The old villain plays to play best. The witches let him on. Right at the top, they go over.
Babble, babble,
What do they know about toys and trouble?
Revolution Collar's outdated spot.
I heard. Is there something? You've kept asking me to stay for a talk. Okay. I've stayed. Here I am. How about that? So what do you want to say? Let's go. Let's have at it. I've been looking over your entire record, Joe, and I'm struck by the discrepancy between your capacity and your achievement. Do you mind putting that in English? How about I don't understand that big words, teach, and you could ask me to repeat, and you could drop some books, and you could watch on your heels, and you could... Okay! This is important, Joe, to both of us. My discrepancies. Your capacity. What's it to you? Why should you care? I do. It's what you told me before. Joe, please just listen. Are you listening? I'm trying to. You gonna be here? Joe. That's a straight question. But I have to say no. No what? I won't be here. You won't be here. Joe, I see. Thanks anyway. Joe, we finished our talk, Miss Barrett. What makes you think you're so special? Sylvia. Are you alright? I remember the first time I was able to excite my class about an idea. A lesson on Browning's "A man's reach should exceed his grasp" for "What's a heaven for?" It made me feel special. Are you reaching for something? I'm falling flat on my face. What's happening? How do you stand up? You're serious? Yes. Walk through the halls. Listen at classroom doors. In one, a lesson on the nature of Greek tragedy. And in another, a lecture on the difference between who and whom. And in another, you can hear the intoning of French conjugations. And in another, it's silent. It's a math quiz. Yes, but what? Whatever the waste, or stupidity, ineptitude, whatever the problems and frustrations, something exciting is going on. In all of the classrooms, all at the same time, education is happening. Young people are being exposed to education. That's how I managed to stand up. Am I a dropout? Don't be silly, you do what you feels best. For the first time, I'm seeing myself through the eyes of others. Whose eyes? For one, Joe Ferroni. Get past the words, Sylvia. Get to what they're really saying. I have to go. Another potential dropout to salvage. Thanks. Get to what they're really saying.
I don't know if you noticed, Miss Barrett, but I started to dress more conservative. And since coming to you, I only wear eyelashes on dates.
My father says that now that I'm 17, why should he feed an extra mouth? That's me. What I'm trying to say is, I hope I can come back.
You called me by giving me a liking for school, which I previously lacked. If Alice was having friendly, she'd sign her name too, so I'll sign for her. Your own Alice.
English would be better off with more teachers like you, who take an interest instead of teaching due to circumstances. I'll never forget you as long as I live. You make me feel like I'm real. I used to sign me, but not anymore. Sign Jose Rodriguez.
Miss Barrett, what makes you think you're so special? Are you listening? What I said. What I'm saying is, you're so special. You're my teacher. teacher. So teach me. Help me. Teach which way do I go. I'm sick of going up the down staircase.
Attention, please. This is your principal, Dr. Maxwell Clark. And I wish to take this opportunity on the first morning of the first day of the January term to extend a warm welcome to all faculty and staff. And with a sincere and earnest hope, we can go forward and upward together. Thank you.
Hey, she's back. Nice. We got Barrett.
The only good thing about this place.
Couldn't do without us, eh?
That's right. Have a seat, please.
What's the date?
Jan, you airy moron. Have you recontinue, Miss Barrett?
I'm not late. The bell's early.
We'll have to fill out these new attendance cards.
Who's got a pen? Hope we have a lot of new kids this term.
There aren't enough seats.
Disregard the previous notice to disregard the bells, please.
The school library is your library.
No students allowed into the library until further notice.
Hey, the window's still broke. Ask this patient. If you'll pass these down, please.
I hope we have you for creative writing this term.
All members of faculty are to emphasize the importance of nutrition.
Personality profiles in depth. Please.
I'm glad you're back. From the heart, not the mouth.
Thank you. All right, now please, class.
I have a message from Mr. McCabe.
I'm
He
a-
says you're to read it right away.
I'm about to take attendance.
McCabe
Mr.
says
McCabe,
right away.
after attendance. Rusty, right?
I'm not late. I have my English switched. I want you.
Well, glad to hear it. Have a seat.
Miss Barrett, Mr. McCabe
I'm about
says,
to take attendance.
says it's important.
Later, Captain? All right, class, if I mispronounce any of your names, please let me know. Are you Team Helen? That's not right, she dropped out of Mexico.
No, it's right. I got a job after school. I decided to give it another try.
Me too. All right, next.
Miss Barrett,
Yes?
all I want to ask is, could you use any more posters? Black on white, knowledge is power, and yellow on green, learning equals earning.
I'd love some posters, Mr. McCabe.
Ah, yes. Very good. Please, continue with your attendance.
Axelrod Leon?
Him? He's never here.
You're lucky he's
But
not
he
here.
give you trouble.
Aaron Charles? There you are.
Hi, you need to sign my book clearance.
Oh, but
Thank you.
Charles, wait.
I'm dropping out, Miss Barrett.
Aaron Charles. Drop down.
Mark me present, Miss Barrett.
Joe Ferroni. Present.
Here's this.
Here's what?
Book report.
That's no way to hand it to me.
My aim is bad.
We'll work on that.
What? Your aim?
I made it! I'm back! Blue Mine is behind you 95%. Hi, Teach.
Hey, dude.